So we're starting what? Good morning. Welcome to RBC Yoga. My name is Amanda. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you are joining us here this morning. We'll start by closing our eyes and taking a simple seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. If you have a blanket or a pillow or a block to get your bum above your hips, or your hips rather above your knees, that's a good way to sit. Helps you sit up tall. And just start to tune into your breath. Breathing in through the nose and also out through the nose. Letting your internal drishti, or gaze, rest on your third eye center, the place between your eyebrows. Letting your tongue rest along the roof of your mouth, lightly grazing the backs of your teeth. Lips curled ever so slightly upward in a smile. Let your shoulders settle down and glide down your back. Try to find a resting, balanced quality in your breath. A rhythm, letting your belly swell for a count of 5 or 6. And then exhaling as you pull your navel to your spine for the same count. Like so. Perhaps inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue on your own, and if the count is helpful, maintain it. Just want to achieve smoothness, calm, and ease and balance in our breath. Effortless. Calm. Ease. As you continue to focus on your breath, You can drop the count if you have it. And I will share a reading today from Amana Brembry Johnson, a meditation teacher, coach, and artist at Spirit Rock. It's called A Time for Remembering. This is a time for remembering what we have forgotten. Today, it is a time to remember that our lives and the earthly experiences of everyone and everything around us are sacred. It is a time to remember that we are all part of a jeweled web of interconnection and interdependence. We are in relation with each other and to everything around us: the earth, the elements, the air, the whole of the environment, the seen and the unseen. This is a time to remember where we fall on the scales of privilege. Is there any shelter in place for the homeless, treatment and medicine for the uninsured, disabled, poor? For some of us, this crisis has been a mere inconvenience, but it has been a matter of life and death for people of color and others who suffer from inequality. They have been sickened and killed by coronavirus at a far greater rate than others. And as we have seen this week, imperiled with extreme injustice. Many of us are waiting for things to return to normal from this time of fear. But for many populations, normal has always been uncertain, fearful, and unsafe. Where do we stand when placed against those who experience these circumstances as just a continuation of the injustice and suffering that have always been a part of their lives? And I'll pause right there, because as I just mentioned, these things have once again come to the fore this week, as there is been yet more injustice brought to light, cruelty from people in power, for those who are not in power, in the minority, which has resulted in anger, justified anger, but also outrage to the brink of chaos. And so I am this morning sitting with that, and I would invite you to do the same as we awaken our compassion and let our hearts be open so that we can work through this time to awaken loving kindness and compassion and heal with the love that we cultivate. This time is a wake-up call to the realities of privilege, the delusion of certitude, the smoke and mirrors of permanence, and the fragility of comfort and of life itself. It is also a time when we can lean into opportunity, into possibility, and the truth that our world has changed. Perhaps we might find the time now to explore these essential parts of our being. Perhaps there is something essential we can learn from our circumstances today about how to effect change in a world of suffering. At this time, we can welcome the innate compassion that has been waiting to emerge from within and share it with one another. If we can use this time to activate the memory of the truth of our innate goodness, our capacity for compassion and kindness, what powerful beings we will be. What resilience, what strength, what clarity we can exhibit. What courage and wisdom will be available for us to lead with love. Please take your hands and rub them together in front of your heart. And then place one hand over your heart, another hand over your belly, bringing that warmth and gentleness to your heart center and to your ego center, to feel those connections. Feel your heartbeat. And then bring the hand that's on your belly up to join the one on your heart. Place it on top. And just sit for another moment, knowing that your heart is the center of love, where we can awaken compassion, loving kindness. Perhaps you want to set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. Thinking about this reading, about the dis-ease around us, privilege, inequality, injustice, and interconnectedness, which is the truth. And then rejoin your hands in Anjali Mudra. And let's take an Om together to open our asana today. Inhale. Go ahead and come around to hands and knees. Take your hands shoulders distance apart, your knees hips distance apart. Go ahead and inhale, arching your back. For cow. Exhale, rounding for cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this time take it all the way back to child's pose. Balasana. You can let your knees spread wide, touch your big toes. Bring your forehead to the earth in an offering, in surrender. This is a prostration. Make it such. Resolve here now on the mats and just let go. Let go of the things to which you are clinging. Release what does not serve you. Let yourself be open to new possibilities of love, of union, of connectedness through these shapes and this practice. Because at its core, its essence, that's what yoga is and what it does. Allows us to connect with our bodies as a vessel for this divine love, to come home to the truth of our existence as an interconnected spiritual being. On your next in-breath, go ahead and come on up. And then take your right hand to the sky. Inhale, look up. Exhale, weave that right hand under your left and come all the way to a torso twist. So you're coming to the outside of your right shoulder. Letting your right temple come to the earth. Even as your tailbone points toward the sky, inhaling. Exhaling. Recalling that balanced breath that we practiced in the pranayama to open our our session today. Really getting empty at the bottom of your exhale. Good. The bottom of your exhale, go ahead and release. Come back to the center. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, thread it under. Letting rest and strength here, and most importantly, release. Bottom of your next exhale, go ahead and come on out. Once again to hands and knees. Inhale. Look up. Cowl your back. Exhale, curl your toes under. And push back into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Downward facing dog. First one of the day. Your knees can be bent a little bit. You want to really have a good length for your dog. So if you come forward to plank, top of a push-up, and then make your way back to your dog, you can see where you ought to have your length. So that means that our legs won't be as straight most often, and that's great. You want to have that length because it really helps you open up your vessel, your body. Notice the points of your limbs touching the earth, so fingers are spread wide, pads rooted down. All balls of your feet and your toes are on the earth, and you're coaxing your heels that direction as well. Outer arms turn under. Gaze is most likely between your toes. Your head is relaxed. So you're not straining, trying to look forward. You just let it go. So you can look between your toes. Big belly breath in. Equal exhale out. And on the bottom of your next exhale, just slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat. Look up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold Uttanasana, and you can take a healthy bend in your knees here. Maybe even wrap your arms around your legs if that's accessible to you. Really hug yourself. Love and a practice of loving kindness starts by practicing and experiencing that for yourself. So showing up here is an act of love to yourself. So acknowledge that. If we don't take care of ourselves, we cannot take care of others. Go ahead and rise up. Exhale through the center. Good. Just take a moment, acknowledge your transition to standing. Maybe lift your toes, spread them wide, and lower them again. Check in with your stance so that your tailbone's not sticking out, but rather tuck it under. I want to take a moment to acknowledge everyone again who is out there today, and if there are families who have joined us or kids, like my own child, Tammy Iris, hello. I hope you're practicing with Daddy. But yoga is such a great thing to share with the family. So if you have kids, hopefully you've invited them in to practice with you, and just being around it is good for their souls and spirits. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, fold. Just a couple Surya Namaskar A's to wake up. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Modified chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Again, that balanced breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and look forward. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale. Look up halfway. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Root to rise. Come on up. Exhale through the center. Inhale. Exhale. Make it a prayer. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Try to step back. Opposite foot to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, little cobra. Shoulders out of ears. Tops of feet on the earth. Heart offering forward. Exhale. Inhale if you like to take a chaturanga push-up to down dog. That's great. 3 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, look forward, step opposite foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop. Plank. Chaturanga. Modified or full. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up. Through the center. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Really make it a devotion. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step, hop, jump. Plank, chaturanga. Cobra, upward facing dog. Down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward, step, hop, or jump to the top. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a moment. Perhaps once again, place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, so you can connect with your breath and your heartbeat. Really great. Feel your feet on the earth. This connection, this ever-reminding connection that you begin here on the earth, you're rooted down in your human form, your vessel, and then you're pulling the energy up and it connects you all the way to the crown, to the universe, to the light of Amida Buddha. And then open your heart so that you can feel that connection all around. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, sit into Uttanasana, chair pose. Weight in your heels. Arms, palms facing one another, shoulders out of your ears. Take a breath there. Inhale, sit lower. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop, plank. Chaturanga, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here I will start to mirror you. Inhale, right leg comes up. Three-legged down dog. Feel the balance here. So don't let yourself sway over to one side. See if you can balance out the placement of the energy in your hands. All 4 points of your left foot. Using that strength, that connection, see if you can get your leg a little higher. Shoot light rays out of your toes. Inhale. Exhale, twist it open. Again, seeing if you can find the balance. So the tendency is to lose the balance in our hands as we let all of the weight drop to the side where our leg is twisting. But if we can square our torso, reposition our hands, we'll get into the nuts, the meats of this shape, which is to get into the psoas. Inhale, square and straighten once more. Exhale, step through to lunge. Looking for balance and buoyancy in our lunge as our back heel is moving toward the back of the room. Front knee is tracking over ankle. Plant your back foot, turn it out 45 degrees. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. So again, balance here. Square your hips. Check in with your back foot. The tendency often in warrior one is to roll the foot. So it can roll to the big toe edge, but you want to intentionally place it down so that all 4 points of your foot are on the earth. Hi, Tammy. Hi. Mommy loves you. I just got a secret insider message telling me that Tammy Iris is there, so good morning, Mommy loves you. Place your foot down. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. Heart offering. Bend deeply into your front leg. See if you can find more expression in your heart by focusing on the balance here, rooting both feet into the earth, letting yourself pull the energy up from there all the way through your fingers. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale into warrior two. Good. So in warrior two, again, looking for the balance here. So are you balanced in your arms? You can shift a little bit side to side and feel that so that we're not leaning too far over our front leg or compensating with our back, but rather let your heart open up. pull your shoulders together toward one another, and then see if that makes a difference in how your arms spread. Gaze over your front fingertips, sit a little lower, open up your heart, and breathe. Maybe closing your eyes and feeling that balanced breath, internally counting if that's helpful for you. Whatever rhythm. If 5 is too much, find a rhythm of 3 or 4. Good. After your next exhale, inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, bringing top arm to thigh, letting your left arm reach toward the front. Sit into your leg, turn your heart, reach your fingertips, re-engage your back foot, and breathe. Good. Inhale, come up. Straighten your front leg. Now we're moving into Triconasana. So inhale, torso comes over, front straight leg. Exhale, open up into triangle pose. So this sequence is just it's very basic foundational yoga. And it's really so magical. That's why we call it practice. We come to it again and again because we always find more space, more resistance sometimes. And we breathe in there and hopefully find more space. We meet our bodies where we are today because every day is different. Turn your heart toward the sky. Open up. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring that hand down to the earth. So both fingertips are on the earth. Step your back foot in slightly so that you find yourself in a pyramid pose shape. Parsvottanasana. If your hands don't reach the earth, you can leave them on your thigh or bring them to your calf. But again, we want to find that balance here. So both feet pressing equally into the earth. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good. Big belly breath. Good. Inhale. Exhale, step your back foot forward to meet your front and fold. Uttanasana. Whatever kind of forward fold you want to take. If you want to hook index finger and middle finger around your big toe, go for it. Inhale, look up halfway. If you're doing that, exhale, fold and let your elbows flail out either side. Big belly breath. Hopefully you can feel your belly swell on your thighs. And again, if not, if you're high, that is great. It doesn't matter how far you go. It's about the intentionality of the shape that you take and meeting your body where you are. And if you are fortunate enough to have a healthy and flexible, strong body, realizing that that too is a condition of privilege and finding deep gratitude for the privilege of being able to move with ease. Dedicating your practice to those who are not able to do that. Inhale, release your toes. Come on up. All the way. Exhale through the center. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into chair. Sitting low. Again, shoulders out of ears, so let them come down your back. If this feels really bad for your shoulders, you can always modify by taking your hands in front of your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, take a vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. So again, here first direction is to connect with the balance of this shape. Strong left leg, strong right leg. Both hands equally pressing the floor away. Inhale, get long, reaching your left toes toward the sky. Exhale, twist it open. And then, check in with your balance here. Can you square your torso more? Can you maintain balance in both of your hands? You may not go as far. Inhale. Straighten and square. Exhale. Step through to lunge. I'm going to turn around for those of you who are looking at the monitor so I can see your faces. Go ahead first and find the balance in your lunge. Knee tracking over ankle. Buoyancy in your hips. You ought to be able to lift your hands off the earth. That's where you want your legs positioned strongly. And then place your back foot down, turn it out 45 degrees. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one, second side, heart offering. But first bring your hands down to your hips and just check in with their placement. Square them. Re-engage your back foot. If it's turning to one side, make sure all 4 points of the foot are equally placed on the mat. Good. Now inhale, arms up, heart open. Drawing the energy up from the earth, all the way through your vessel. Letting your hands be an extension of your heart center. Inhale, bend deeply. Smooth and even exhale. The bottom of your next exhale, come into warrior two. You may need to adjust your stance. Heel to arch in a line. 90 degree or moving toward 90 degree bend in your front thigh. Again, first here is to find the balance. And then check in with your arms. Open your heart center. Draw your scapulas toward one another. And then gaze over your front fingertips. Woo! Subtle, but really vital difference. Right, so that we're not compensating by swinging the back arm out, but rather feeling the full expression across our heart center. Close your eyes. Breathe. Smooth, balanced breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior. If you need to straighten your leg for a second, it's okay. I know they're burning. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Vacanasana, version A. Unless you want to come all the way to the earth, that's up to you. But if you're taking version A, which I recommend in this kind of foundational practice today, because what we're looking for is balance. Not how far we can go or how strong we can be, but checking in with how we're holding our bodies, how we're balancing our breath. Sometimes that means we need to pull up, pull out, pull back. find the ease. Reach those fingertips. Bottom of your next exhale, come all the way up. Woo! Straighten your front leg. Good. Again, open your heart. Engage from the center. Inhale, torso over front, straight leg. Exhale, Triconasana. Your right arm is reaching toward the sky. If it's not cool for your neck to look up, don't worry about it. Look down and out. Find a resting place where you can awaken and enliven and find that balanced breath. Equal inhale, equal exhale. One more. Bottom of your exhale, go ahead and swing your top arm to the mat. Step your back foot in. Vacanasana, pyramid pose. Again, this is also critical balancing. We tend to swing our hip out. So take your thumb in the crease of your hip and swing it toward the back of your mat. All 4 points of both feet on the earth. So maybe you don't come all the way to the mat. Maybe you're resting your hands on your thigh with a flat back, not rounded. Or your calf and shin. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale. Balanced breath. Bottom of your next exhale, go ahead and step your foot forward to meet the other one. Inhale, look up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Maybe bend your knees and wrap your arms around and hug yourself. Alternatively, you can, if those are who are more flexible, lift your feet and step on the palms of your hands. Padahastungunasana. I can't really say that one. Inhale, wherever you're at, look up halfway. And then for the same count of an exhale, fold. One more, balanced inhale and exhale. Good. If you're stepping on your hands, release them. If you're hugging yourself, release that. Press into your feet as you inhale, woo, to rise. Good. All the way through the center. Hands by your side, mountain pose. Speaking of balance, we will take tree now. And there might be some other fun things woven into there. You'll start by stepping on your right foot and then taking your left, again I'm mirroring you, into your thigh. Now if this is not accessible for you, you can take it low. So there's 3 ways to do tree. Low using a kickstand, below your knee, or above your knee. Just not on your knee. And again, feel all 4 points of your right foot rooted into the earth. With your left sole press against your thigh, bring your thigh into your sole. So sole to thigh, thigh to sole, meeting in the center. That gives you that foundational root, the trunk bringing it toward the midline. Find your drishti in a place that's not moving for you. And start here, hands in front of your heart, finding that equal inhale. Maybe it's a count of 5, could be 4 or 3. Equal exhale. When and if you're ready, you can bring your arms up. This is your tree. Make it whatever you want it to be. I have a hard time talking and balancing at the same time because we are not truly multitaskers. We convince ourselves we are. That is not true. When you're ready to come out, do so gracefully, and then just pause for a moment. Both feet on the earth, tailbone tucked, heart open. Good. Second side. So start by rooting into your left foot, really making sure all 4 points are there. And then taking your opposite foot in whichever place you like it. So low, medium, or high, just not on your knee. Sole to thigh, thigh to sole. Squeeze toward the midline. Fix your drishti, just your gaze on the spot that's not moving. Several feet in front of you. And then breathe, balanced. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, come on out. And once more, both feet on the earth. Feel the calm, the ease, but also the vitality that's awakening in you. You're being intentional with your balanced breath today. Again, you're going to root into your right foot. And this time you're going to take your left and you're going to cross it over your right thigh. So we're moving into a one-legged chair or pigeon prep. If this does not work for you, you can take tree again. We're going to sit low. And again, feeling the balance of our foot on the earth. You can begin with hands in front of heart. Weight into your heel. It's a hip opener. Maybe you want to bring your arms out. See if even in here it's a little tougher. You can find that balanced inhale, balanced exhale. Go ahead and come on out if you're ready. For those of you who are at home, are more seasoned practitioners and you want to come into an Ekapada version of this, come forward to Chaturanga arms, kickstand, lifting your back leg up toward your bum, maybe straightening it out. Woo. You can play with that. You can play with that prep. Rooting into both hands. Everybody coming on out. When you're ready, woo, a little fire in our balance today. Whenever you're done, coming once again to stand, both feet on the earth. This is the time I think that Zoom has its limitations. I can't see you, so I can't help position you, but it's fun just to try. So that's Ekapada Galavasana, and really the key is you place both palms on the earth, chaturanga your elbows. So it's about finding that firm root, balance in your hands, and then you come forward, lean into your hands, so like they're your feet, they become your feet. That's the key. And then bring the elbows toward the midline, right? It's a lot of core work. It's engaging your core to lift that leg. But the key, again, is that balanced breath in the center. Okay, second side. Step into your left foot, all 4 points on the earth. Lift your right leg, cross it over, and sit into your one-legged chair. This is version A. So if you're not taking the Ekapada Galavasana, and you come out of this, you'll just come back to this, so you'll get another hip opener. First we sit, find the balance, maybe arms out, balanced inhale, balanced exhale. See if you can smooth it out. If you're ready to come out, take a moment, take it again. If you're ready to come down, hook your toes to the outside of your tricep. Place both hands firmly on the mat. Fingers spread wide. Chaturanga-like. Come forward to your hands, using them as a shelf. Finding that balance, lift your back toe. Try to just first touch your butt with your heel. Then if you have confidence, you can start to straighten it out. Coming up whenever you're ready. Smoothing everything out. Good. Good. Maybe you want to take it a couple times. And that balanced breath is the key. When you're ready, come once again to the top of your mat. Spread your feet as wide as your mat and sit down into a malasana, yoga squat. If your heels don't reach the earth, that's fine. Roll your mat so to give your heels some support, or use your hands as support, or just leave your heels lifted. There's no gold stars in yoga. It's all a gold star, just for showing up and getting on the mat today. Coming down to your bum. Whenever you're ready, squeezing your knees in, rolling back, adjusting your microphone so that you're not hitting your back. And then roll a little bit from side to side when you get there. Good. Open your arms out into a T. Let your shins be parallel with the sky. Options here. You can just drop your knees to the right, or you can take eagle legs, so you can wrap your left leg around your right, and then bring your knees over to the right. But again here, balance. Smoothing out the breath. Maybe your head turns to the opposite side. One more round of breath. Bottom of your next exhale, bring your knees back to the center. If you've taken eagle, change the wrap of your legs. Drop to the second side. Again, balancing out your shoulders on the earth. Just like that sensation in Warrior 2, actually, even though your palms are flipped the opposite way, that's what you want to experience here with your shoulders and your heart being placed equally on the earth, or working toward it energetically, even if you're not able to do it physically. Just visualizing it going in that direction will create that sensation in your energy body. Maybe turn your head. One more round of breath. Bring your knees through the center. Maybe squeeze them once more, head to knees. Exhale, then plant your feet flat on the earth. Bridge pose. Let your fingertips grace the back of your heels here. That's the distance you want. Both feet firmly planted on the earth. Inhale, lift your hips. Clasp your hands underneath you if you were able to. Feel the balance of your feet on the earth. Let your chin be neutral, so move it away from your chest. Walk your shoulders underneath you a little bit more. Smooth out the breath. If you like an extra balancing challenge, you can take your right leg toward the sky rather. Lift it up. Take a round of breath. Bring it down when you're ready, after you've completed a full cycle of breath. And go to the opposite leg. Balancing again, smooth breath, lift your hips. And on, after the completion of your next full cycle of breath, go ahead and release everything. Come to the earth. One hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, knees touching. If your heart is beating fast because you've done a lot of physical things toward the end of this practice, this is an even more important time to really focus on that balanced, equitable breath. Count of 5 in, count of 5 out, or whatever count suits you. When you're ready to come into Shavasana, go ahead and release everything to the earth. Release the count. Release Ujjayi. Release everything into stillness. If you're practicing at home and you have time, space, desire to stay in Shavasana and continue to feel this sweet release, surrender into the embrace of Gaia, Mother Earth, and I invite you to do that. If it's time for you to conclude your practice with us this morning, go ahead and gently roll to your right side as you are ready. Keeping your gaze soft or eyes closed, make your way once more to a seated position. You're in seated. If you're able to clasp your elbows behind you, go ahead and do that, and then fold forward just as a gesture of sealing in the benefits of our practice today. Coming up and releasing. Bringing hands in front of your heart. So often we try to muscle our way through things that are difficult. We grunt, we groan, we just push a little harder, and sometimes that's successful. We can get things done that way by muscling or pushing through. But what we learn with a practice like this, an asana practice, is that by smoothing out and balancing our approach, we can achieve with ease, with a greater ease, and actually reap a bigger benefit by opening up and softening into those moments of difficulty. That's what I call grace. That's where grace comes in. It's where we can really, really cultivate the sweetness of loving kindness. It's bringing more compassion to ourselves so that we're not fatiguing as we're moving through and pushing through. But by bringing in that balance, we're cultivating a deeper, greater compassion. And in that softness, we can share out metta and loving kindness. It's enlivening rather than fatiguing. So bring your hands in front of your heart and take a breath of gratitude to yourself and to all the fellow members of the Sangha who've joined you here in their spaces together for this practice this morning. Take a breath of gratitude to RBC for being our Sangha home. And with the final gesture, in your next breath, let your hands open up as you deliver out loving kindness, metta, to our community and beyond, or to whomever you may have dedicated your practice today. Releasing your intention, knowing it has been received. Let's close with an Om inhale. Namandabo, namandabo, namandabo. May the long-time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you, and may the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice this morning. A little reminder that there is a donation button, PayPal on the page for the Reno Buddhist Center. Also, you can Venmo Reno Buddhist Center. The Sangha, the center, the temple welcomes your support. Also pay attention to the Facebook and to the website. Things are going to be opening up soon here at Reno Buddhist Center, so keep an eye out for that news and continue to tune in to all of the offerings almost daily here at the Reno Buddhist Center. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.